heading now down towards the Royalty Fishery. Bob and I, with Bobby Windsor today, we just bought ourselves a ticket from the Royalty Fishery, Davis Tackle, and we've got the parlour pool, which is available today, which is brilliant. Parlour plus the rest of the river. So we're very, very pleased with that. And you can just see, we're just going past Davis Tackle now. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. If you go right down there, you've got a car park down the lower stretch of the river, down the back end there. And we're going to drive up here to the top compound and Parlour Pool. There's a car park at the top as well, and we're just driving our way up. Right, turning off here right on Mill Road. You can see a little bit of an industrial area at the back here. You've got the waterboard here. And we're just driving down here. Car park, I believe from memory, is just down here on the left hand side, and it's right next to the water company where they do all their water through here. So we're really excited today, can't wait to get the spinner and the fly and the prawn into the water. And this is the little car park right here, Angler's Car Park, so we'll let this guy go through. Right, here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how to set up a floating rig for prawning for salmon. There's a reed float made by my friend Paul Shuttler. He's used 3 reeds, glued them together, painted them and varnished, and I think that's beautiful. What a lovely little float that is. And what we do is we have a band on there to start with, and we're just going to thread the band up to the top there, thread that onto there. So hopefully it will stretch enough to get on there. Let's have a little look. Should go on there nicely. So on goes the band. And that's going to hold that nice and firm for us. So let's get it on there. There we go. So that wants to be about there. And then we've got 2 other bands below, but we don't need to use those unless our little eye at the end, Paul's made an eye made of line, and he's just painted that on there. You can see there's a little eye at the bottom. We thread that through there, like that. So then you have a sliding float rig, so you can adjust the height to where you want to be. It's highly visible at distance for long range trotting. Then what we've got here is we put on the prawn needle. You can see there's an eye needle with a little barb on the end to hold it into the prawn, and then off that is a little bit of elastic that we're going to wrap around the prawn with a loop onto the treble. We'll show you how that's done. So I just thread that through the line like this. It goes on there like that. Thread that on, and then we tie the size 8 treble, taking the barbs off it, and that goes in there like that. And then we just tie our uni knots. I'll show you how that's done. It's 98% efficient, very good knot. Basically it's like a blood knot, but you do it over 2 bits of line. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just pull that back, and it creates a, wet it down, creates like a slide knot, and you just slide it towards the hook. The more that pulls, the tighter that knot becomes. So that's a really good knot. It's a uni knot, it's called. We'll trim it off like that. So that's all good. And then we've got, this float takes 3 swan, so I'm going to put them 3 swan on, and that will be spread along the line to get a nice even flow onto there. So we'll put one there, put one nearer the hook, about there, probably about 12 inches off. And we can spread these depending on the depth. And then we put the 3rd one on there, a little bit higher up. Again, we can slide those up and down. And there you have it. That's a 12-foot spinning rod. I've got an Avon special here. You can see the centre pin I'm using. That's a really old one. It's called an Avon, what's it called? An Avon Royal Supreme. 30 years old, and it really is a supreme. Look at that, beautiful. Feeding line out, it's great for trotting. So that's the setup. I'll show you how to mount the prawn when we get to the river. We're fishing the Royalty today, so let's give it a shot. I'm also bringing my spinning rod as well, and we'll see which produces the salmon. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that's a simple rig. There we go. What you got? You got a pike? What, on the prawn? Bob, I'll come and land it for you.
I can take no credit for this.
What?
I put the rod down and I was ringing Fred Whitlock.
Yeah.
He didn't answer his phone. I left a message saying we're fishing in the parlour.
Yeah.
And I picked it up, it was on.
Right, let's get him. Let me net him for you. Hang on. Was it little Jack? You took the shrimp, did he?
Yeah.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. First fish I've seen on the prawn. So, do you want to bring him over this way? Bring him down this way. I said, just lift his head up. We'll walk him down the shallows. We can let him go in the shallows. We'll release him in the water. That's it. There we go. Right, let's take him over here. Right. You hold that, Bob. You hold the thing. I'll get him. If we can... Bob, if you can take the net, I'll just get that net down. Right, there we go. We're going to release this. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 2.5 to 3 pound jack. First fish I've seen on the prawn. He liked your prawn, didn't he?
Shrimp.
Was it shrimp?
Yeah.
You shrimping? Right, let's see if he wants to go. We'll just hold him there. Is he stabilising himself? There he goes. He's going to mope for a bit. First blood to you then, mate. Well, there we go. Nice little jack to start the session. We've only literally just arrived. We've been here about 2 minutes. And that's how it is. So, well, at least your method's working. Right, here's the parlour pool. Look at that, that looks nice. You've got a nice flow down here. Shrimping and nymphing. A lot of weed through here. We've got access to all that island round there. And all the way through here. And then Bob's down there. We've got all the way down, fish all down there as well. So it's all looking good. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Rorty Fishery, the parlour pool. That's David's tackle. Let's have a look at her. That looks nice. That's a shrimping, bit of shrimping water there, isn't it? Trotting down. We'll give that a shot from this side. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just show you how to mount this prawn. So we go into the tail like that. Go down as far as you can through its back. Keep it straight, pushing it through, and then try not to come out of its body. Try to go out through the top end, so the point is just near the head. So that wasn't supposed to do that. Let me just come out again. Go back in again. Just straighten her up, keep her in there, and push that point all the way through into the tail, like that. That goes in there like that. And then with the hook, you drop it between the legs, like that. And you hook her up just underneath the jaw. Right, so what I'm doing now is I've taken that piece of elastic, I've gone round the body, and then with that loop, you loop it into the treble, like that. And that goes into there. Like that. So just trying to get that loop into the treble, which I can now. So hopefully we're in business. And there you go, there's the presentation. Isn't that lovely? So that I'll show you how it works in the water. And what we'll do is we'll work her up here to start with. Now we've got some depth here. Let's push that back. Right. Bobby, how deep is it, Bob? 5 or 6 feet. So, have you got the depth your end? No spinning in the parlour. No spinning in the parlour, but the rest of the river's okay. I didn't know that was a rule. Tell you what, let's go off that flow there. So what I'm going to do... Right, let's get it down. I want that to trot down. There's another little jet of water out here. This is the parlour pool. I want to flicker out onto the flow. Salmon lie on that flow. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look, can you see that? Just, if anything, it's over depth. I'll just drag her back, lift her up, like that. It's all looking good. Just trotting her down, and she might, if anything, be a little bit over depth, but I'd rather have the prawn working off the base and then me dragging up like that and just trying to induce a take. So it's a nice bit of water. I think Bob's chosen well to come up on the parlour. Well worth a go. And we'll just give it a go. I'm going to come flick it out onto that flow. Just there. Oh, that's lovely. That's the drop-off point now. That's nice. Feeding out line now, gently. And then we'll just drag her back like that. The shot's going to get the prawn down. And what we're doing is on the tail here, it's where the fish are. On the tail of that, where they're taking oxygen off here. There might be a salmon lying in this pool. And that prawn might just be the bit that does the business. So just trotting that down, just drawing back. So they take it on the uplift. Brown trout? Yeah. How big do you reckon?
Like 5.
Nice. What did it take?
Maggot. Trotted maggot.
Trotted maggot?
Yeah.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he beautiful? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the royalty's producing the goods today. That's a £5 brownie. That's a quality brownie at anyone's standard. And is it stocked or is it a wild?
Well, it's got all the fins.
Did they stock it? So it might be a wildie. I mean, that's tremendous, ladies and gentlemen. So what's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff. Nice fish, Jeff. I'm well pleased with that. Just walking down here, my timing was perfect, wasn't it?
So I had a dozen on Tuesday.
You had
up to about this size.
You had 12 up to this size. What, under the purple?
No, they were all off the piles.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah, just above the boathouse there.
And that was on pellet. They're taking pellet out.
No, maggot.
Oh, maggot.
Trotted maggot.
Trotting maggot. What, on the float?
Yeah.
God, I'll see your setup. You have to show me your setup afterwards. That's tremendous. What, a couple of mags?
Yeah, just 2 white
I
maggots.
can see you out of breath. You must put a good fight up.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. What a fish. Going to just following through. What? The fish, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is superb. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
No problem.
So, cheers. Congratulations. Well done. Well, do you mind showing your rig?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, that'd be good. So you've got,
The knack to it is regular feeding.
okay.
Every trot down.
Salmon just leaped where I've been putting my spinner.
There's loads about, yeah. There's loads of them.
That one just leaped. I've got to go back and fish that again now. Oh my goodness me! I've just put my spinner through there. Oh, they wait for you to go, don't they? Then they leap.
I'm putting a handful of maggots in every trot through.
Yeah.
And I've been fishing about half an hour.
Yeah.
And I've just started catching a few dace. And they're not that, all of a sudden.
Will the Bible hit those as well?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's the way to fish, isn't it? Light tactics and quite, well, I say light. What pound line are you using? 4. So £4 line, and all the way through, or have you got a £6 main line?
No, I've got a £4 line all the way through because I was actually, I didn't plan on doing this. I've changed tactics.
Yeah.
So it's basic.
So what have you got? Yeah.
And you just find that there's a nice trot through here.
It's a nice trotting float, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what have you got on there? What's that one called? That's an Avon Special, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do my own range. They're on the counter at Davies.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I need to go down there and have a look at them. And how much do they retail at, these ones?
Oh, you'd have to speak to Nigel, I think.
Right. Okay. So Nigel distributes
They're
them
all
for you.
handmade,
Oh, fantastic, man! Fantastic. They look like the bee's knees.
Yeah.
They really do. I have to get a couple.
Right. Yeah.
So what have you got below there then? You just got literally a BB and an AA on there, is
Yeah,
it? Or?
just enough to,
Right.
and then hold the float back as it's going through.
Yeah.
I'll show you now.
It's very similar to what we do when we're prawn fishing for salmon.
It's exactly the same.
I'll have a look at that and see the technique. But boy, it's effective, isn't it? Isn't it effective, man? It's effective. So it's just what, single maggot or double?
Two maggots.
2 mags, and just a handful as you go.
You put, well, this is what I do. I put one on thin end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one on thick end.
Yeah.
Because it stops the bait spinning in the water.
Nice little tip there, isn't it? Yeah. So trotting down, I can see you trotting down, and just holding back like you would on the. Doesn't that look nice? What? You've got to be kidding me! It's a fisher chuck, Dace. That's a fisher chuck. You've got some sport here.
So when you get them going,
You've got some sport here. It's a fisher chuck.
grayling.
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Let's have a look at this little fish. Oh, beautiful. Let's have a look at it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. A baby grayling. You're definitely getting a bite of chuck here. It's nice to know that there's quality coming up on those mags.
The good thing about maggot fishing is you never know what it's going to be next.
Yeah, it's exciting fishing, isn't it? Yeah, it's a lovely little pool here as well. So nice, isn't it? It's a very famous salmon pool, this one. Right, let's try a little downstreamer. I can see a fish rising. I think it's probably a mullet, but there's 2 or 3 mullet here. I've never had a mullet on a spinner, so that'll be an interesting one if the mullet hits it. Another swallow coming in. House martins and swallows. We're in. Fish on. What have we got here? What have we got here? Is it a salmon? Oh, it looks like it could be. It's a good fighting fish. Let's play him up. What is this? It's fighting like a dog. I think it's a big pike. It is a big pike. He is fighting. He hit that on the turn, on the dangle. Let's have a look at him. Here he comes. He's fighting really well. So it's a nice pike. I think it's a pike. Was it a big brown trout? Or is it a salmon? What is it? It's a big brownie. I've got a huge brownie, ladies and gentlemen. This is a massive, massive brownie. Wow. Got it all here. Look at the size of that brownie. Isn't it big? That could be 6-7 pound class. Wow. Let's see if I can get down to it. I've got a big brownie. Just to add to the salmon. I think we're going to get an underwater cam on this. It's beautiful. Let's see whether we can get down on it. He's just ripping out now. He's just going. He's going on the flow. So let's play him in. Let's play him in. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what we've got here. We've got a big brown trout here. He's just holding up. Here he comes. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in off the flow. Here he comes. Oh. Wow, here he comes. What a beauty. What a beauty. Just going to have to reel him in a bit more. He's fighting well. He's fighting well. He's fighting really well. Now let's get his head up. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the fish. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, what a fish. Oh man. It's a beauty. Absolute beauty. Let's bring him through this way. Then we'll get the landing net on him. Here he is, here he is. Oh, he's still fighting. Here he comes. It's a wild brownie in the 6 pound, 7 pound class. He's desperately trying to shake these hooks. And here he comes. Here he comes. Look at him. Oh man. What a beauty. What a beauty. It's a big brownie. It's a big brownie. Still going well. Still fighting well. Took that, he nailed that meps. I thought it was a pike, but he absolutely nailed it. So we'll get the landing net out now. Let's keep his head up. Here he is. Right, let's just get this off. There we go. Off comes the net. Let's keep the tension on Barbara's hook so he'll slip off easily. You've got to be careful. Let's net him now. He's coming to us. There he goes, he's ours. What a beautiful fish. It's a big, big brownie, ladies and gentlemen. That is 6 pound class, I would say. I'm just going to take the hooks out and then just keep them upstream. That's a beautiful buttery brownie. Isn't that a big brownie? I didn't realise they got that big in here. That's a good fish. Right, let's get the hooks out. Use the forceps so we don't hook ourselves. You can just see how lightly hooked he is on a barber's hooks. Watch how easy these are to come out. Just watch this. Just pulling her out. Out she comes. Hooks are out. Get the fish round on its stomach. Let's get it, turn it round. There we go. That's a really, really nice brownie. I think that's the biggest brownie I've had this season. Fish of 6 pound class. And we're just going to stabilise him, get his strength back. It's a beautiful fish, beautiful. Look at him, markings on it, that's absolutely superb. Now he's getting his strength back. Let's get these hooks out of the net. Barber's hooks, so should be fine. He's recovering now. He's getting his strength back. A couple of pike. That's a 6 pound salmon, 31 pound salmon. And now we've got a 6 pound brownie. I'm guessing it's about 6 pounds. Have a look at it. God, look at the girth on it. That's a huge fish. Look at the markings as well. Look at the markings on it. Isn't that just beautiful? And look at the girth on it. I mean, that's a big, big, big fish. It's around about 5 to 6 pounds, I'd say. So, just recovering it now in the net. I'm just holding him there. Look, he's kicking off now. He wants to go, which is great. Just see if he wants to kick off now. So, it's just, he wants to go. He wants to go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the wonderful, wonderful trout. He's beautiful, isn't he? Isn't he beautiful? And off he goes, off he goes. Wow. What a nice little bit of run. Ooh, got fish on. What have we got? What we got? We got something decent here. It's a big brownie or it's a salmon. Ladies and gentlemen, we're underneath the railway at the Royalty and this looks lovely. I've not fished this before. And there's loads of pigeons up here and that's why they roost up. They're making a lovely sound. I'm not going to disturb them too much, but salmon is written all over that, so I'm going to give it a shot. And we've got the head cam running and we've got a lovely white pigeon here as well, so let's give this one a go, shall we? My goodness me, that looks good. That could be a salmon in here. So we're going to keep with the MEPS 5. I'm going to flick cast her in and just run her through this run. So up she goes. Now it's a deep hole, I think. I'm going to let it sit. Just slowly retrieve her back. Oh man, does this look good? It's got to have a salmon in it, surely. Oh, it looks good. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Nice and slow. I like the look of this. It's deep. I'm only just skirting over the top. I've got to get down. I've got to get down. So, mind you, I picked up some twigs there, so I must be getting quite low. Let's flick her out and then give her a go, shall we? A flick cast. Right, let's sit. Let's sit down. Just hope there's no snags down there. I don't want to lose that lovely spinner. And I'll just work her slowly through the pool. Really slowly. Really slow. Little flick cast. Get on that main flow. Oh! Fish. I can see silver bars just rubbing on the side. That may be mullet. There's a bar down there and I just... We're in. Fish on. What have we got? What have we got? It is a salmon, is it? It can't be. It's a big brown trout, I think, or pike. What have we got? It's a biggie, whatever it is. Is it a pike? I think it's a trout. I think it's a big brownie. It is a big brownie, I think. Oh, it's going. Oh, action, ladies and gentlemen, action. It's a big brownie. Look at the size of it. It's getting on for 4 or 5 pounds, maybe 5 or 6. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big, big brownie. He's trying to wriggle out of the hooks. Got him well and truly hooked up though. Now we're going to play him in. Probably the best place to play him in is up here. So it's a 5 pound brownie on. This is my 3rd or 4th brownie on. So let's just work him up. Oh, he's a big fish. Keep him out the snags. He hit that. He nailed that MEPS 5. Now if I can just bring him up here, keep him out the snags. He wants to go. He wants to go. Oh. But I'm playing him in now. I'm walking the dog. Walk him up. So let's just try and keep him up. Oh man. How are we going to land him? How are we going to land him? We're going to have to land him carefully. Look at him. Look at the size of him. It's a big, big brownie. Just look at it. There he is. He's coming this way. Look at him. Oh man. Oh. That's a big boy. I think we can land him. Let's get the net off. Let's get this net off. Land him in the slack here. He's got a nice colour to him, buttery brown and reds. He's a beauty. Absolute beauty. I like the look of him. Perfect condition. So let's extend that through. Alright, let's just get the landing net sorted. He still wants to go. He's still got fight in him. Oh. Boy, has he still got fight in him. Let's just bring him round. I can't get in here, it's not shallow enough. But I can net him. And he's ours, but he's about, wow, he must be about 6 pounds, I'd say, maybe 7. Let's slip him in. Oh, come, come. Oh, he is ours. Right, I'll hold him in the water. Let's see whether we can do an underwater release. I'll keep him in. I'll try and get down here if I can. Which I think I can. Just check how stable it is. It's pretty stable, thank goodness. So I don't want to take him out of the water. Which means I'm going to put him in here. And we're going to have a go at releasing him in the water here. So there it goes. Right, let's have a look. Oh, man, how strong is it? How strong is it? I think it's okay. So I think we've got barber's hooks, so that should come out quite nicely. Let him recover for a bit. Get the forceps out. So there's the forceps. Look how nice the colour he is. He's buttery, reddy brown. He's a beauty. He's an absolute beauty. I'm very, very pleased with him. So let's see whether we can slip the hooks out. He's taking that right in. Look at that. He's taking it, but it's barbless, so hopefully it will come out. You can see where he's hooked up. So there he is. Look, the barbs have come out. Look, in the net. See how the barbers came out? I didn't have to get the forceps on him. That's how good the barbers are, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not using barbless, that must be a good reason to use them. So look at that. Hooks are out without any problems at all. We'll stick that over there. And then let's have a look at the fish. Do an underwater return. I think we should. It's an absolute peachy fish, about 6 pounds. Get him in the flow. He's got that lovely buttery colour to him, isn't he? Isn't he lovely? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a fish of about 6 pounds. It's a lovely, lovely fish. Just going to recover him. Let me recover. That's beautiful, isn't he beautiful? Isn't he lovely? So it's just starting to recover now. Big brown trout. So I think we'll try and remove the net in a second. Let's get him out. That's lovely. Now we can see him. Now we can enjoy him. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. He's a beautiful, beautiful brownie. Just look at that. Isn't that lovely? So just let him get his fins out. So now we've got the net out of the way. Let's put that over there. There's the fish, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. He wants to go. Starting to get his strength back. Then let him go in a second. What about that? It's a beautiful fish. Beautiful. Beautiful brownie. So I think he wants to go. Let him go. Off he goes. Off he goes. Wow. Wow. Trout or a pike? It's not a salmon. No, it's a salmon. It's a salmon, ladies and gentlemen. It's just run off. We're in. First cast. This could be a salmon. Pike. Pike. First cast, I'll tell you what, I thought I was into another salmon for a second. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Bring it round here. first cast. I want to go in, but my mobile phone's on my chest waders. So I'm going to just take that off, strip that off. I'm going to jump in. Oh my goodness me, that's got venom. It's only a little jack, but it's fighting like a dog. What? About £7. She's coming in towards me. About a jack pike of about, I don't know, what do you think? £6, £7 maybe? Off she goes, off she goes. Right, let's play her in. Tell you what, for a small fish, they fight well. Aren't these fish in good nick? Right, let's bring her through. Let's bring her up. Here she comes. Whoa, she wants to go. She wants to go. Right, here she comes. Right, turn her around. She's coming towards me. She's coming towards me. Keep those chompers away. Right, here we go. Still got plenty of kick in her. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That MEPS 5 silver blade with the black blue spots is doing the business today. That's 3 pike, 5 brownies, up to £7, and a 31 Atlantic. And we've still got another 2 hours to go. What can I say? Right. Come to Daddy. Up you come. Oh, that's going to be an easy release. Bye-bye. Barbless hooks. Time to phone home.
Hi, this is Paul and Mandy Greenacre and family. Sorry, no one's going to take the call right now, but please do leave a message and we'll get back as we get in. That's off now. Hello?
Hi Mandy, it's your hubby Paul here. I've just had a fantastic experience.
Yeah?
You're not going to believe this.
Right.
My first day at the Rorty in 6 years, and I catch a £33 Atlantic salmon under the railway bridge, 4th cast.
Ah,
And a
33.
33, we think it might be, yeah, we think it's between 32 and 33. We're having my scales all measured. We weighed it in the weigh scale, but we're going to have those tested to make sure they're accurate. But it's the biggest fish off the Rorty yet.
Wow.
So I'm delighted, and it's my biggest fish. I've broken the £30 barrier. It's my biggest ever, but it's the biggest this season off the Rorty, and I've only been here about an hour.
Wow.
I just looked at it, it's just a beautiful bit of fishing here, so I'm delighted, so very, very pleased. But anyway, if you can let Jared and Nathan know for me, let everyone know.
Yeah, 33 pounds.
About 33, and there's a gentleman across from me called Gary who's filmed it for me. He's basically taken the pictures, and he's going to give me the still pictures. I'm going to go over and see him, and he's going to give me 3 framed pictures for £20. He's going to frame them and everything, and he's got a really good camera. He thinks he's got some great shots of it. So yeah. All right, sweetie, I'll catch up with you later.
Right then, you're out for the evening, are you?
Yeah, I'll see you later, babes. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Bye. Bye.